Hello and welcome. So, I'm going to take a look at the Times Quick Cryptic crossword, and this is being published on Friday the 20th of June 2025. And our setter is Breadman. So, Breadman is one of the setters who brings us one puzzle a month. And so far this year, I had opened up with a couple of 18 minutes, then a 10 minute, and then a 37-minute puzzle. But then last time out, I was almost done in 8 minutes. But I did DNF on a word, a Latin word, Latin phrase I didn't really know. I think I was so overjoyed to get through it so quickly. It's Friday. I think Breadman tends to be one of the tougher setters, so I'm not looking forward to this. But let's reset the timer and crack on. Difficulty restraining rook where animals erase, where animals feed. Difficulty is hard. There's an R in there somewhere, but trough and tough. There we are. That's simple. Councillor wears deputy's clothing in theatre. Councillors normally CR. Deputy's clothing. Drunk person eating last of nice starters. Anagram person with an E. Can't think what that'll be. Pens used in fusty library is styli, I think. I think that's stylus plural. French pal emptied skips wrongly. Amis. Oceanic expanse unconfined. Rights European in middle of boat. Oceanic expanse unconfined. Rights European. Gosh, who knows what that's about. Middle of boat. That's just a C. What if that's one of the C's? Oceanic expanse would be a C. Unconfined. Rights. Middle of boat. Don't know what middle of boat is. Middle of boat is OA, isn't it? European. It's like C. I think that's one of the C's. I can't think what a C. I think it's no. Repeatedly unoccupied. Helena. Read newspaper and novel. Repeatedly unoccupied. Empty. Still the show from leading male artiste at last. Miscreant runs fashion magazine when leader absent. Can't think what the name of the fashion magazine is. But I think it's just take the first letter off that. Miscreant would be leafy vegetable cleaning lady prepared out rear. Chard, I think that is. Country retreat with distinctive character. Country retreat, mansion, manor, country retreat with distinctive character. Could be a country, couldn't it? We're looking for there. Retreat would be back. Tolerate quarrel periodically after goal. Well, you'd have to take the URE, wouldn't you? After endure, yeah. Because you can't take the Q. Material with great weight on bed. Cot, ton. Okay, that's a nice simple one. It's not bad for Breadman, I think. Chest X-ray under new rota around hospital. Thorax, I think that'll see. Okay, X for X-ray. Filling a certain piece of bedroom furniture. Bedroom furniture out to this board. I don't know what that is. Sideboard. Great Greek holiday after temperatures dropped for Harry Biker. Greek holiday would be, need to move a T down. I don't assume it's one of the actual Harry Bikers. Social class of actors in that is a cast. Legendary adventurer with small allowance for president once. Ulysses Escaron, I think that is. Ulysses S. Is it Ulysses Escaron? Oh gosh, who is it? with small allowance. Yeah, small grant. I think Ulysses S. Grant. Very good. Quiet artist drinking one unknown wine. One unknown. Ix or elixir. Elixir. What's this? Counsellor. Wares. Okay. Scrubs. Yeah, scrubs. I don't quite know why that's scrubs. Counsellor subs. Okay. Quiet is Shiraz, I think that is. We're going for a Breadman type pangram here, which suggests this might be a J or got Z and X there, haven't we? So, horse race might be won by this little man on flyer, perhaps. Epsom Derby would fit. No, it wouldn't. Epsom horse race might be won by this little man on flyer, perhaps. Okay. Harm English over site of battle. Over site of battle. Alamo, harm, Marengo. Could that be? What was this? Miscreant. Can't think what the name of that magazine is. If I do know it. Parisian who half-chewed flan. Quiche. Is French, isn't there? There's a Q. So you've probably got a pangram going on, a J or a probably J here. Idiot wearing jacket. Jerkin. Yeah. He does like his pangrams old, or near pangrams. Breadman. Tree more bare. Lacking breadth. It can't be wider, can it? Tree. Elder. Belder. More bare. Elder. Lacking breadth. So breadth would be okay. Well, it's gone pretty well, I would say. Drunk person eating last of starters makes the last of nice starters. What's that? Is that an anagram of person? PRS EON. Last of nice. Openers, I suppose. Open. Yeah, openers. Okay. Greek holiday after, or is Greek just G? One fling. One a certain piece of furniture, bedroom furniture. One. That's Vogue. Vogue. Miscreant runs fashion magazine. When leader absent, but the magazine's Vogue. Rogue. Now Rogue and Vogue. There we are. That's what I can think of. Vogue. Steal the show from leading male artist at last. Up is leading. Steal show is up. Oh gosh, my brain just can't think of these things now. Up. Stage. Stag. Yeah. Okay. That isn't. What kind of tree is this? Alder tree. Boulder, yeah, boulder and alder. That was what I couldn't get to. That must be a stand of some type. A certain piece. One piece stand. Fling. This, I've got no idea about. This, I've not got much more idea about. Open sea. I think that's open sea. Yeah, pen writes. Open sea, there we go. That's quite well built up, actually. Character with country retreat with distinctive character. Something Mark, I think. Denmark. Yeah, Den from retreat. Mark. Did I say that was Marengo? I did, didn't I? Marengo. I'm going to put an M there because I think it is going to be Marengo. It's just type in the ENG. What the heck? Bedside stand. One. Don't know what that is. Agree. This. Read newspaper and novel. Times. Repeatedly unoccupied. Helena. Hard times. Read newspaper and novel. Hard times. Okay, Hard Times is a book I've heard of. Charles Dickens. I have read some Dickens and decided it wasn't for me. Horse race might be won by this little man on fly, perhaps. Short head, snort head. This little man on flyer, perhaps. One. No idea what that is. One. Fling, throw. Bed nightstand. One nightstand. Trough, fling. That's definitely trough and tough. That's definitely openers. This is greaser. Greek. Teaser. Don't get it really. One night stand. Oh, one night stand. Fling. Yeah, of course. Duh. Which just leaves this to be horse race. Sport. Might be won by this little man on flyer, perhaps. Sport head. Sport or short. Something E, something D. Horse race might be won by this little man on flyer, perhaps. Flyer is a... Have I got a pangram here? Do I need a pangram? I've got A, B, C. Got a D for Denmark. E. I've got an F. Probably haven't got an F, have I? Okay, let's go past F. G, H, I, J. Must be a pangram, wasn't it? K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U. I've got a V. I'm going to put in that Marengo. Harmy at Mar. U. So V's and F's at the moment. V and F. Put that down, V and F. F, V, W. I had a W somewhere, didn't I? A W. There's X. There's Y. There's Z. I've got a W either. Hard to see. Harm. Not one harm, am I? On this one. Horse race. Might be one. Lead. Short lead. Short lead. On flyer. Lead. This little man. I don't think there's a pangram here. It's just one of those classic near pangrams from Breadman. What's this little man on flyer? Short lead. Sport. Scout head. I think everything else I've pretty much passed, so there's no reason to think it shouldn't be gettable, but shout. A few spout. Horse race. Might be won by this little man on flyer, perhaps. A flyer is a this little man, he. Add your head. Okay, so that's a head. What you win, sorry? You win by short head, don't you? Now, short head, little man. Right, short he add. Gosh, that was tough. To finish off, 1347. Wow. Okay, let's go through those clues, because classic Breadman, that was not the easiest of puzzles, but I feel quite good about 13 to 14 minutes on that, to be fair. And I don't think it's I think we can eliminate that as being a pangram. Right, so we've got a trough. I mean, it started off quite nicely, really. Difficult is tough, and restraining R for rook. So R for rook is a chess notation, and animals feed at the trough. A counsellor is a CR. Wearing, so put around it, deputy. Deputies are subs, which gives you scrubs, which is clothing in the operating theatre. Scrubs. Drunk is indicating there's an anagram, is your anagram indicator that person. Eating last of nice, so put an last of nice is an E, so E into person. Anagram gives you openers, which is starters. Pens are, so pens is the plural of pen. A pen is a stylus, the plural will be styli, I suppose, which is hidden word in fusty library. Used in being your anagram, your hidden word indicator, or just in. Not sure what the used bit about. Maybe used indicating the pens you used to use. I don't know, from the past. French friend is an ami. Emptied skips is saying empty out the letters from skips to leave the SS, and a miss is wrongly. Oceanic expanse, unconfined. Right, European in middle of sea. I've got to remember how I got to this now. So in middle of boat, sorry. Well, the middle of boat is OA, so we've got the O and the A on the start. We've got rights as a pen. Rights as pens, and E for European now. And the open sea is the oceanic expanse, unconfined. Repeatedly unoccupied. Helena read. Okay, yeah. So. Repeatedly unoccupied is just saying take out the letters from Helena, gives you the HA. Take out the letters from read, gives you the RD, which gives you hard. And newspaper is the Times, which gives you Hard Times, which is a novel by Dickens. To steal the show is to upstage. Leading is up. Male is a stag, so a bit of a less obvious one. And then artist at last is saying take the E from artist. Miscreant is a rogue. So runs are for cricket notation, runs. Fashion magazine is Vogue, but the leader's often, so take the V off of Vogue, it gives you the rest of Rogue. A leafy vegetable is a chard, I think. Cleaning lady is the char, and prepared at rear is the D. The last letter of prepared is D, gives you chard. A country is Denmark. Retreat is a den. And a distinctive character is a mark. To tolerate is to endure. Quarrel periodically after goal. So the goal is an end, and quarrel periodically is saying take alternate letters of quarrel. Now, I realise that if you took the odd letters QAE, you've got a QA. That isn't going to happen. So the even letters are URE, which gives you endure. Material is cotton. Great weight is a ton on the end of bed, which is a cot. Okay. The chest is a thorax. That's your thorax. X-ray is X in the NATO phonetic alphabet under an anagram of rota, going around H for hospital. Of course, I've got TORA is the anagram of rota. New is your anagram indicator for that bit. A fling is a one-night stand. A certain piece of bedroom furniture. Okay, yeah, okay. So it's just a nightstand is a piece of bedroom furniture. Well, a certain one is that one there, one nightstand. Right, this is probably the only one I didn't really fully understand. Greek holiday after temperatures dropped. Okay, yeah, I now get it. Okay, Greek is GR. The holiday is Easter, but we're dropping the T for temperature. So take which comes Easter, which gives you greaser, and a greaser is a hairy biker. Social class is cast, spelled that way. Actors in a play is a sound like with cast. Mentioned is your sound like indicator. Legendary adventure is Ulysses. And small is S, and Grant is an allowance, which gives you Ulysses S. Grant, the US president in the, I'm going to go for the 1870s. I think it was 18, if I was going to put a proper number on it. It's kind of elected in around 1873, 1874 through to 1881-ish, maybe. Right, quiet is sh. Artist is, what's this? Artist is RA. Drinking one is an I, and unknown is a Z. So unknown can be X, Y, or Z in crossword land, which gives you a Shiraz, which is a wine, type of wine. Right, horse race might be won by this, is the definition, and you might win by a short head. A little man is a short he, and a flyer is an example of an ad, as in an advert. Gosh. To harm is to mar. English is ENG. Don't see that version of the E often, but you do get it occasionally. And O for over is cricket notation, which gives you Marengo, which is the site of a battle that I cannot tell you anything about. Parisian who, so the Parisian word for who is key. Half chewed is saying CHE, so half of the word chewed. Take the CHE version. And a flan is a quiche. An idiot is a jerk wearing jacket, so they are in. Wearing is in. Jerk in. Or in jacket, so jerk in. Yeah, jerk in. And a jacket is a jerkin. Sorry. Yeah, so idiot wearing is jerk in. And a jacket is a jerkin. And finally, the tree more better. A tree is an alder. I said elder, no, yeah, elder's a tree as well, but alder tree. More bear is balder, lacking B for breadth becomes balder becomes alder. So there we go, all done. 13:47. I think I am pleased to get through that one in that kind of time. Thanks for watching.